Some fashion mistakes are obvious. Others are much harder to notice. In fact, many women make them every single day without realizing it. The surprising part is that these mistakes often have nothing to do with age itself. They're simply habits. Habits that quietly make outfits look older, less polished, and more dated than they need to be. The good news? Most of these mistakes are easy to fix, and sometimes a small change can completely transform the way an outfit looks. Today we're looking at 15 fashion mistakes that can instantly age women over 60. And make sure you stay until the end, because the number one mistake isn't about clothing at all, yet it may be the biggest style mistake of them all. Let's begin. Number 15, wearing clothes that are too loose. Comfort becomes more important as we get older, and honestly, that's understandable. Nobody wants to spend the day wearing something uncomfortable, but many women make the mistake of confusing comfort with oversized clothing. A loose sweater may feel comfortable, a relaxed pair of pants may feel comfortable, but when every piece of an outfit is oversized, the result can look shapeless. Instead of creating an elegant appearance, the clothing simply hides everything underneath. This is especially common with jackets, cardigans, and long tops. Many women choose larger sizes because they think it will create a more flattering look, but often the opposite happens. The outfit starts to look heavy, it loses structure, and it can make the entire appearance seem older. That doesn't mean you need tight clothing, not at all. The goal is balance. A relaxed fit can look beautiful when the garment still has shape. Even a small amount of structure around the shoulders or waist can make a huge difference. The most stylish women understand that comfort and elegance can exist together. And speaking of things that often get overlooked, the next mistake sits right on your face every single day. Number 14, keeping outdated glasses frames. Many women update their clothing, they update their shoes, they even update their hairstyles, but their glasses stay exactly the same for 10 or 15 years. The reason is simple. Glasses aren't always seen as part of fashion. They're seen as something practical, something necessary. But the truth is that glasses are one of the first things people notice. They're sitting directly on your face. They're impossible to ignore. And certain frame styles can instantly make an appearance feel dated. You may not notice it because you see them every day, but other people do. The good news is that updating your frames doesn't mean choosing something trendy or flashy. In fact, some of the most elegant frame styles are also the simplest. A slightly different shape, a lighter color, a more modern design. Small changes can brighten the face and make your overall appearance feel more current. It's one of the easiest style upgrades a woman can make. And unlike some wardrobe changes, you don't need an entire closet makeover. Now let's talk about something that can completely change an outfit, even when everything else looks great. Number 13, wearing shoes that look heavy. Many women spend time choosing the right blouse, the right jacket, the right jewelry, but then they completely overlook the shoes. And that's a mistake, because shoes have a bigger impact than most people realize. You can wear a beautiful outfit. The colors can work perfectly. Everything can fit well. But if the shoes look bulky, outdated, or overly heavy, they can pull the entire outfit down. This often happens because comfort becomes the main priority. And again, there's nothing wrong with wanting comfortable shoes. The problem is assuming that comfortable shoes can't also look stylish. Today, there are countless options that provide both. Clean designs, simple shapes, neutral colors. Comfort no longer requires sacrificing style. A lighter looking shoe can instantly make an outfit feel more modern, more elegant, and more intentional. Sometimes the difference is remarkable. And while we're talking about color choices, the next mistake is one that many women make without even thinking about it. Number 12, wearing only dark colors. Black is classic, navy is timeless, gray is versatile. There's a reason these colors remain popular year after year. But some women gradually build an entire wardrobe around dark shades. Before they realize it, almost everything they own is black, navy, gray, or brown. Now, dark colors can absolutely look sophisticated. The issue isn't the color itself. The issue is when there is no contrast. When an entire outfit is dark from head to toe, it can sometimes make the overall look feel heavier, less vibrant, and in some cases, even more severe. A simple touch of colour near the face can make a huge difference. A lighter blouse, a colourful scarf, a soft jacket, even a small change can brighten an outfit and create more visual interest. You don't need to abandon your favourite colours, you simply need to create balance. The most stylish wardrobes usually combine timeless neutrals with occasional lighter shades, and that balance helps create a fresher appearance. But colour isn't the only thing that matters. In fact, the next mistake has nothing to do with colour at all. Number 11, ignoring proper fit. Many people assume expensive clothing automatically looks better, but that's not always true. Fit matters far more than price. A well-fitted, affordable outfit often looks better than an expensive outfit that doesn't fit correctly. Unfortunately, proper fit is something many women stop paying attention to. Sleeves become too long, pants bunch around the ankles, jackets hang awkwardly, and little by little, the overall appearance becomes less polished. The strange thing is that these problems are often easy to fix. Sometimes a simple alteration completely changes how a garment looks. A shorter sleeve, a slightly adjusted hem, a better fit around the shoulders. Small improvements can create a dramatic difference. The clothing doesn't need to be expensive. It simply needs to fit you properly. And now we're moving into a mistake that was once considered fashionable, but today can make an outfit feel surprisingly dated. Number 10, wearing perfectly matching jewelry. There was a time when matching everything was the goal. Matching necklace, matching earrings, matching bracelet, matching ring. Everything belonged to a single set. And for many years, that was considered stylish. Today, fashion tends to feel a little more relaxed, a little less rigid. When every accessory matches perfectly, the result can sometimes look overly formal, almost like the outfit is trying too hard. Modern style often feels more natural. Instead of matching everything exactly, many stylish women choose one piece to stand out. Maybe it's a beautiful necklace, maybe it's a pair of earrings, maybe it's an elegant watch. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is balance. A little variety often creates a more effortless appearance. And that's exactly what many women are looking for. Now, the next mistake is something that almost everyone has been guilty of at some point. Number 9. Holding on to every trend from the past, fashion is closely connected to memories. A certain jacket may remind you of a wonderful period in your life. A particular style may remind you of years when you felt especially confident, and there's nothing wrong with that. The problem begins when an entire wardrobe becomes a time capsule. Many women continue wearing the exact same styles they wore 20 or 30 years ago because those styles feel familiar. But fashion evolves. And when every piece comes from a different decade, the overall look can start to feel stuck in the past. That doesn't mean you need to chase every new trend. Quite the opposite. The most stylish women rarely follow every trend. Instead, they keep the timeless pieces they love and gradually update the rest. A classic blazer can still work beautifully. A favorite pair of trousers can still look elegant. The key is combining them with more current shoes like accessories or layering pieces. That simple balance helps an outfit feel timeless rather than outdated. And speaking of things that quietly age an outfit, the next mistake is often hiding in plain sight. Number 8, wearing clothes that look worn out. Even beautiful clothing has a lifespan. Over time, fabrics fade, collars lose their shape, sweaters develop little balls of fabric, colours become dull, and because these changes happen slowly, many people stop noticing them. A sweater that looked great 5 years ago may not look the same today. The same is true for jackets, blouses, and even handbags. One worn-out piece can affect the entire outfit. That's because people notice quality before they notice brands. They notice whether clothing looks fresh, whether it looks cared for, whether it looks intentional. Sometimes replacing a single worn garment creates a bigger improvement than buying several new ones. It's one of the easiest ways to refresh a wardrobe without making major changes. And now let's talk about an accessory that has far more influence than most women realize. Number 7, choosing the wrong handbag. Many women carry the same handbag every day, year after year, and eventually it simply becomes part of the routine. But handbags say a lot about an outfit. They're often one of the largest accessories you're carrying, which means people notice them. A worn-out bag An oversized bag or a bag that looks dated can instantly affect the overall impression of an outfit, even when the clothing itself looks great. Fortunately, you don't need a designer handbag. You don't need expensive labels. What matters most is appearance, a clean shape, a structured design, a bag that looks intentional rather than forgotten. Often, the simplest handbags are the most elegant, and when chosen carefully, they elevate everything around them. Now, here's a mistake that many women make because they're trying to achieve the exact opposite result. Number 6, wearing clothes that are too tight. Just as oversized clothing can be unflattering, clothing that's too tight can create problems as well. Many women believe fitted clothing automatically creates a younger appearance, but that's not necessarily true. When clothing is too tight, people notice the tightness before they notice the outfit itself. The garment starts competing for attention. Instead of looking elegant, the outfit can feel uncomfortable. And if clothing looks uncomfortable, the person wearing it often appears uncomfortable too. The most flattering outfits usually don't cling to every part of the body. Instead, they gently follow the body's shape. They create movement. They create balance, and they allow the person wearing them to feel confident throughout the day. Confidence always looks better than discomfort. Always. And that brings us to a mistake that can instantly make even simple outfits look more sophisticated. Number 5, forgetting about layering. Some outfits look unfinished, not because they're bad, not because the colors are wrong, but because they're missing something. Very often, that missing element is layering. A simple blouse can look nice on its own, but add a lightweight jacket and suddenly the outfit feels more complete, more polished, more interesting. The same is true for cardigans, scarves, and structured outerwear. Layering creates depth, it helps guide the eye, and it adds visual interest without requiring bold colors or dramatic fashion choices. The best part is that layering works for almost every personal style. Classic, casual, elegant, modern. The principle remains the same. One extra layer can completely transform a simple outfit. And while we're talking about details that influence first impressions, the next mistake is surprisingly common. Number 4, wearing outdated prints. Prints can be beautiful. In fact, the right print can make an outfit memorable, but certain prints can also make clothing feel older than it actually is. Large, busy florals, overly complicated patterns, designs that were extremely popular decades ago. These styles can sometimes overwhelm an outfit. The issue isn't that prints are bad, the issue is proportion. The issue is balance. Many modern outfits rely on cleaner patterns and simpler designs. They allow the person wearing them to stand out rather than the print itself. A subtle print often creates a more elegant result than an overly busy one. And sometimes reducing visual clutter is all it takes to create a more polished appearance. Now we're getting close to the biggest mistakes on this list, and the next one is something many women stop doing altogether. Number 3, neglecting accessories. At some point, many women decide accessories aren't necessary anymore. The necklace stays in the jewelry box, the scarf stays in the closet, the watch gets forgotten, and little by little, outfits start losing personality. Accessories aren't about showing off, they're about finishing an outfit. They're the small details that make clothing feel intentional. A simple necklace can draw attention upward. A beautiful scarf can add color and softness. An elegant watch can add sophistication without saying a word. These details may seem small individually, but together they create a much stronger overall impression. The most stylish women understand that accessories don't need to be expensive, they simply need to be chosen thoughtfully. And now we're down to the final 2 mistakes. Both of them are surprisingly common, and one of them has very little to do with clothing itself. Number 2, dressing only for practicality. Practical clothing serves a purpose. It should. Comfort matters, convenience matters, function matters, but when practicality becomes the only consideration, style often disappears completely. Many women gradually build wardrobes based entirely on habit. What's easy to wear, what's convenient, what's familiar. Before long, every outfit starts looking the same. And while there's nothing wrong with simplicity, there's a difference between simple and uninspired. The truth is that comfort and style are not enemies. You don't have to choose one or the other. The most elegant women understand this. They choose clothing that feels good to wear while still looking polished. And that balance is often what makes them stand out. Now for the biggest mistake on today's list, and this one may surprise you. Number 1, believing fashion no longer matters. This is perhaps the most damaging fashion mistake of all, not because of what it does to your wardrobe, but because of what it does to your mindset. Some women reach a certain age and quietly decide that style is no longer important. They stop experimenting, they stop updating pieces, they stop paying attention to the small details that once made them feel confident. The thinking often sounds something like this: I'm too old to worry about fashion. But here's the truth. Fashion was never about age. It was never about looking 20. It was never about following trends. Fashion is simply one way of expressing yourself, one way of showing the world how you see yourself. The women who consistently look elegant after 60 aren't trying to look younger. They're trying to look their best. And those are two very different goals. When you focus on looking your best, everything changes. Your clothing choices improve. Your confidence grows, and your personal style becomes stronger than ever. Age doesn't take style away. If anything, experience gives you the opportunity to refine it. So if you recognized yourself in a few of today's mistakes, don't worry, everyone makes them. The important thing is recognizing them and making small adjustments over time. Because often, it's the smallest changes that create the biggest improvements. Which of these fashion mistakes do you think is the most common? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more fashion and style tips designed specifically for women who want to look elegant, confident, and timeless at any age.